welcome to First Impressions. This is a show where my co-host Ash Hooper and I evaluate a new album each week, one that we've never heard before. And after playing it, we take notes, rate it in a variety of categories, and yell at the sky. So this week, we're going to be looking at another one, Taylor Swift 2.0 for us. And tonight, it's the newest album, The Life of a Showgirl, that just came out, earlier this month?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And tonight we have a special guest. She lambasted Bash in the comment section the last time we talked about Taylor Swift. So we thought, why not let her tear them apart in real time? Because real time is always better.
Will.
So
And
Amber, welcome to our show. We're so
Hi,
happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, you were the one that suggested the Taylor Swift album last time.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was fun. Dash got yelled at by you after the fact, and he got yelled at in real time by some Swifties who were not feeling his vibe. And I was just sitting back like, finally tonight they're not pissed at me.
Oh yeah, they are usually mad at him.
Normally they come after me for things I say, but I'm like, yes, tonight I relaxed. I let Dash take all the abuse. So here we are once again back in the world of Taylor Swift.
And the funny thing is I didn't even say anything horrible. You can all you want.
See, Amber,
you can
we need screenshots of the comments that she was doing in that I was reading through them. It was amazing. I was having a good time because, like I said, it was earlier that I got just shredded in a multi-paragraph dissertation of why I suck, and I was like, "Yay, it's Dash this time."
Amber and I have known each other 30.
We were 15. We were 15 when we met.
15 years old.
Wow.
15 years old. So yeah. Golly, that's 35, almost 35 years now. Yeah.
Yep.
Forever ago.
Yeah.
Hey, John.
Thought, and it just went out of my brain.
And
I wanted to say, I watched the Joe Walsh episode, and you guys were talking about if you don't like a comment or something that you needed like a theme paper, like a 5-paragraph
dissertation. Yes.
Yeah, we need a dissertation.
Multi-paragraph essay is a requirement.
That's what I want for Dash to give me about why he doesn't like this album. I want a 5-paragraph paper, single spaced.
All right, hold on.
Let me know exactly. I don't just want to hear it doesn't sound like Shake It Off.
That's good. I got 15 pages of notes, so I can give you I can give you the dissertation because I practice what I preach, people. Nice. I expect that from you, but I give it to myself.
You can't see it, but my notes are I actually have probably 6 pages of notes.
Yes. I got 15 pages at 15-point font. So I mean it's big font, but I definitely do a lot of notes. I write the notes initially. I mean, I have the notebook that I write them down to start. And then after the next listen, I kind of revisit some of those notes and also give it the run test, which, sometimes is better than others. Tonight, it wasn't a bad run test because it moves and it has a good enough movement that you can run to it. We've had some that are horrible to run to, even if they're good albums. Kind of like Cowboy Junkies. I enjoyed the album, but it was not meant to run to. It is so slow that you're just like, okay, my pace is slowing. I'm running through mud, and it just won't end. And yeah, that one got turned off quick.
I will tell you this right now: none of these songs are like "Shake It Off."
See, there you go. It's already started. It has begun.
It's over. It's over. I'm done.
I'm just gonna sit back. I'll let you guys go at this. I'll chime in here and there.
I'm just gonna say I agree. They're not like Shake It Off.
Well, yeah.
On the surface, but then we can dig. I don't know how deep. We'll just see. We'll have an organic conversation. How about that?
Yeah, it's kind of like the people who go to the Radiohead concert, be like, I can't believe they're not playing Creep, and they get all pissy about that. And it's like, dude, they have fully evolved from Creep, but you're still going to get those people that never bought OK Computer. They didn't buy Kid A, and they're going to the concert. They're dropping a few $100 to go hear Creep, and it's like, man, I'm sorry for you, but yeah, it always exists. They're not, play the old stuff. Freebird, it never goes away.
It's funny to me that that it's usually men who say they prefer Shake It Off. And my husband likes that too. And I always want to say, well, is it the song or is it just that it's 25-year-old Taylor Swift and the fact that she's 35 and has grown up?
Do you know when I first heard it? There was an episode of Supernatural. There was an episode of Supernatural where they sang the song in the episode, and then I went and listened to it. And it is a catchy tune.
It's catchy for sure.
Catchy.
Yeah. See, I don't know where I heard it. I just know it was everywhere, so it was kind of impossible not to hear it. But my era, when we get to kind of our history, we can talk about my favorite Taylor Swift era, which is different than other people's. I'm sure I'm not in the majority on that one. But like always, we're going to start with a brief history of the artist. And of course, if you have anything, Amber, that you want to add, feel free. I do some quick half-ass internet research and get what I can, because there have been a few where it's like, man, that's a lot of depth, where I've read books about them, but I can say I have not read the Taylor Swift book, so it goes back into the half-ass internet research category. So Taylor Swift is known for her narrative songwriting, musical versatility, and her huge impact on modern pop and country music, and her legion of rabid fans, one of which destroyed Dash in our last episode. So she was born. I know, that was good. I was like, it was a strong moment for me, because I was finally not the villain of this story.
So I'll be the villain. I'm all right.
You can be the villain. I mean, once in a while, you got to be the balcony Muppet. I got to leave that seat sometimes and just be like, I'm here. I'm living with vibes, and that's where I'm gonna go. So, all right. She was born on December 13th, 1989, in Reading, Pennsylvania, and she began performing at a young age. At age 14, she moved to Nashville to pursue her career in country music, which is where she started. In 2006. She made her country debut and had hits like Tim McGraw, Teardrops on My Guitar, which I have never heard, and I cannot attest to if they're good, bad, or otherwise. I just know
I think they're good.
Half-ass internet research says those are the songs that she produced at that time. And her second album, Fearless, that's what catapulted her into fame, and it had songs such as Love Story and You Belong With Me, which I have heard. So I'm not that deep under the rock. I heard that one. So,
you belong with me.
And I didn't even listen to country, but I heard that one. So that one, she won Album of the Year Grammy for her second album, and it made her the youngest artist to win that award at the time. I think someone younger has won it since, but at that moment in 2010, she was the youngest ever to win it. So in 2010 or in 2012, she began to transition away from country. She released Red, which then in 2014, she released 1989, which fully embraced pop, kind of putting country in the rearview mirror, unless she's playing the tour where she plays a little bit of everything. So that brings her little countries back. And that's where she that has Shake It Off, that has Blank Space, which if I'm going for my favorite Taylor song from that era, Blank Space is my winner for that one. I do. Nice. I do love that Good song. Choice. That's my favorite. It's like, if you go in my playlist, I have like 3 or 4 liked Taylor Swift songs. So they weren't accidentally added by my wife. I can't be like, honey, get out of my playlist. No, they were added by me. I fully embrace it. Awesome. I'm not afraid to say, but yeah, there's like 3 or 4. So, I didn't see. Let me see, because I'm reading my notes. I didn't see the comments. What's Pop saying? I'm sure it's not anything nice. So
it is.
He like Taylor Swift?
No, he gives Dash.
Yeah, he's on Team Dash today. He would be, if he were in the studio, he would be balcony Muppet number 2, and they could just sit there and grumble.
I don't want to trash a man I just met, so I'm just kidding.
But he also hated Lady Gaga, and I was like I said, I felt the vibes on that. I will fully admit that I bought tickets by myself to go see Lady Gaga in concert. I did not bring my wife. I did not bring my children. I was the man walking in there alone, and I dug that shit. It was fucking great. I'm down for it. I had a good time. I tried to talk my wife into going so I wouldn't feel quite the level of embarrassment.
She wouldn't go.
But she
it was too expensive. She was just like,
Yeah,
I'm not
were.
dropping $300 for that show. But I'm like,
Yeah.
I watched your Coachella performance. I was like, damn, that was ridiculously good. The stage production was amazing. I mean, I like the song. So yes, I was at the Lady Gaga show alone.
I like Lady Gaga when she's, and I hate to say this word, but playing like I said, when she was in the movie with
Cooper.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, Star
is Born.
I love. See, that's I like her like that when she does all the flair and all that stuff. It kind of it takes away from the music for me sometimes.
No, it doesn't.
But I do.
No,
it was I do like rum bum.
I was feeling it, and by myself, I was feeling it. It was such a weird walk in. It's like, yeah, I do not fit into this crowd. I'm first off, I'm an old guy who's single and by himself, like not single, like I got a wedding ring, but I'm walking in like, okay, I don't fit, but I don't care. I'm not here to win a popularity contest.
So you feel Lady Gaga.
Yeah, that's the thing is I really don't give a shit what people think about my musical taste, and they're all over the map. I mean, I'll go from a hardcore show to a Lady Gaga show, and if you don't like it, fuck off. Mm-hmm. That's my opinion. So,
tangent one.
Tangent one. Yeah, one of many, I'm sure. But yeah, that was that one. And oh yes. So let's get back to the history of Taylor Swift. All right, so she in recent years began recording her early albums again to regain the ownership of her masters. And in 2022, she released Midnights, which was the last album that we covered, and that was another huge success. Sold, I mean, what did we find out? It sold over 1 million vinyl copies, which is incredible. When people can't sell 1 million any copies, and she sold 1 million vinyl copies, probably all Target exclusives, but who knows? So
I buy straight from TaylorSwift.com.
So there you go. Target. I walked into Target and it was like the toy section, which is right next to the Taylor Swift section.
Yeah.
Like I was searching for my cool Transformers, and there was Taylor Swift in 1 million different places. So then she released her kind of folk era, which was what was the folk album with Bon Iver on it called?
That was
Folklore. That was during the pandemic.
Folklore. So that she released that, and then it was I forget the other album.
The poet.
The Torch Department is after Midnight.
Yeah, so she kind of did a little move into folk and worked in the kind of the national cinematic universe, as it were, working with Aaron Dessner and Bon Iver, and that's when it was like, all right, the folk dad rock. I was here for that. So that's kind of like, all right, I know the national get lumped into the dad rock category, and I will say that their most recent album I found to be a flaming pile of dog crap, but that's just my opinion. I do love the earlier national albums, just that one.
Can I pop in here for a second?
Do it always.
So while you're on Folklore, that was she released 2 albums during the pandemic in 2020, and that was the first one. But Rolling Stone recently named that the second greatest album by a female of all time, only behind Beyonce's Lemonade. So Folklore.
Boo on Beyonce.
See, I don't know if I would call it the second greatest, because you think about I mean, I guess being a kid of the 90s, Alanis Morissette's Jagged Little Pill, it's hard to minimize the impact that had. And the fact that if that album weren't released, we may not have Taylor Swift, because that level of songwriting didn't really exist. You look at Liz Phair, Exit to Guyville. I think those 2 albums deserve they should be in 1 or 2. Those ones created that genre.
Beyonce and Swift, these ones are for the 21st century.
Oh yeah, 21st century.
Yeah, the 21st century. The 20th century.
Okay, so no. So we're talking recent. So I was thinking, you're talking all time. Okay, I thought it was all time. So I misunderstood that, because I'm thinking, without Jagged Little Pill, we don't have any of this version of Taylor Swift.
One of my favorite albums of all time.
That was the first breakup album, wasn't it?
Yeah,
the when she's talking about the movie theater, oh, women are just, oh man.
All right. I'll take everything back. I said, I'm going to lay all the blame on Alanis Morissette.
Yeah,
she needs to go. She needs to go back to. You can't do that on television and leave singing alone.
And her pop years. Yeah, or it's kind of like I blame Run DMC for the second coming of Aerosmith, which I like.
Don't talk
Run DMC. If you didn't put Walk This Way out, people would have just continued to not remember that Aerosmith existed, and we wouldn't have had this cookie cutter generic rinse repeat like Love in an Elevator,
and they would have never
8,000 times.
They never would have gotten their only #1 hit. Had Run DMC brought them out.
Hits. That's my favorite concert of it. Well, one of my favorite concerts I've ever been to is an Aerosmith concert.
Yeah, Aerosmith is good.
It might be a good concert, but I find them to be repetitive and boring. Kind of like Aerosmith and the Red Hot Chili Peppers write 2 songs, a fast song and a ballad, over and over and over again. And I'm not here for that. Yeah. So I blame Run DMC and he blames Alanis. So therefore, Run DMC, shame on you. You should have let them relish, like just live in their obscurity. Oh. But there we go. I will get back to the history.
Tangent number 2.
Oh, I forget what last week someone wanted to count the tangents.
We got to like 13. We got to 13.
So which is Taylor's favorite number. Okay, sorry.
I apologize in advance. Yeah, that next album will be album 13. So we got to see what is going to happen because now there's a perfect segue. Let's talk about her 12th album. It has not yet reached her favorite number because she is a definite fan of Jason. And, I can at least infer that she's a great fan of Jason and all of the slasher franchises. So let's talk about her 12th studio album, which is The Life of a Showgirl, what we're going to be talking about tonight. It was announced on August 13th, 2025 on, surprise, Travis Kelce's podcast. Why not throw your fiance a bone and probably get the largest ratings of all time?
Which they did.
She recorded this album during the European leg of her Eras tour. So between shows, she was flying to Sweden and working with the producers that she had worked with on her earlier albums, those ones that became mega pop hits, Max Martin and Shellback. And she produced this with them. The 3 of them created it together in moments between the tour because downtime is obviously not in her DNA. And I feel like I do too much. And she's just like, psh, hold my beer, sir. Move along. So
she's tired.
Yeah. So she wanted the album to feel the way her life felt and wanted it to be a joyful and dramatic, like the joyful, dramatic, wild place that she was in. So it was a return to her pop rock roots. I guess kind of medium roots, her country roots. It's got a little country in it, though. I'll give it that much. It's got a wee bit country hiding in there, one of the songs at least. Mm-hmm. And also to reflect the life of an artist in the spotlight, and that's the Showgirls. At least the Showgirls main track would be that. So it's 41 minutes, 12 tracks long, and has themes of love, fame, performance, identity, and dualities of life, and released on October 3rd. So we're pretty close. We didn't quite hit it in real time, but it's close, and it debuted #1, of course, even though Trump said that she was no longer hot. It's just because she hadn't released an album, but I'm going to keep my mouth shut on that because I was like, come on.
You're only as hot as your last hit, baby. So
yeah. And here's the thing. He's saying she wasn't hot, but it's like she had just finished the largest tour in the history of tours. People were paying thousands of dollars. She was taking a moment. And she also released a friggin' movie that sold a shit ton. And people were singing at a movie theater. Mm-hmm. And yet she's not hot because she wanted a month off. Sir, you're wrong.
No, you don't get to take
fucking
time.
Running our country and
you don't get to,
tweet about Taylor Swift.
You don't get to take time off. Sorry, it ain't happening.
Yeah, at least, yeah. But that right. That is as political as I'll ever be, and I'll stop because I don't want to get saying anything else. But still, quit tweeting about Taylor Swift and
please and thank you.
Legislation should be your goal. Do things for the country, not pissing and moaning about Taylor Swift. And
put up DM.
Politics, the end. I'm over.
Put up DMs.
Yeah, that. Yeah. All right. So, all right.
No more.
We've gone too political already, and I feel sorry for
put
it.
up DM Ray. Put up DM Ray's comment real quick.
Oh, sorry. Let me get over here. So, where is it at? Sorry. I'm still in my half-ass internet research notes. All right. So, the White Album,
the White Album,
The Life of a Showgirl will not have such longevity.
Um,
Okay. Well, that doesn't mean to say that she won't have longevity, because there are Beatles albums that we don't talk about. You think about the kind of lesser Beatles albums, and I mean, I'm not one of those people that think the Beatles are God tier on every album. They are God tier on some albums, but there's others that are kind of decent-ish. All right, so William, what's up, William? He did an amazing cover for the Floaters book that's coming soon to a Kickstarter campaign near you. All right. But yeah, he knocked it out. I can't wait to go over that in a couple weeks on a Saturday morning comic talk when we launch it live. But for today, back to Taylor and Tangent Free Zone, maybe. Nah, it won't be.
3.
All right, so it debuted at number 1. It sold 4 million albums equivalent, which means also digital copies that sold, but 3.4 million physical copies sold, which is again insane in this era, where if she had been around in the 90s, she would have been selling 20 million copies easily of every single album. But the fact that she sold 3.4 million in its initial release, like I said, most of those probably from Target and from her website. But yeah, Target, holy shit, I walk in, I'm looking for my Constructicons, and boom, Taylor Swift is the entire section. But then again, I mean, they don't have much going on. There's no more, they don't really sell DVDs and Blu-rays anymore. Yeah. They have a smattering of vinyl albums. And then Taylor Swift will, as far as the eye can see, the horizon is filled with the life of a showgirl. So beautiful. And they need to, they're probably, because I remember another time that happened, and that was Guns N' Roses' Chinese Democracy. And that shit's still sitting at Best Buy in the bin. It'll never actually sell. So I hope Taylor Swift moves better than Chinese Democracy did, because that was also as far as the horizon. And now it's like the 99-cent bin. Please just take it for free. Get it out of our store bin. Hopefully Taylor Swift does not land there. Yeah, I don't know if you remember the release.
I think I froze when you put Ray's comment up, but I'm not going to fight him on that, because I agree about this album. Maybe, but I don't think they're in general.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. William's coming in hot. Hot takes are coming.
I've never said
He's
that.
He's a cult leader. I'm not going there.
I'm not going there either.
Easy to sell to a cult. Well, man, see, I got to keep my damn mouth shut.
Go back.
I have comments that nearly came out of my mouth, and I held them in.
Go back to DM's got another one that I like. DM's got another one I like.
All right. So the best Beatles albums were done by Paul in the 70s. Oh, we're not talking about Wings, man. That is.
I knew it was coming.
DM, you try to poke the bear. Leave the bear alone.
The 70s are the greatest era ever.
Oh, yes. Hey, all right. When we cover another 70s album and Dash tortures me, I will unleash the beast of my 70s hatred. See, I'm glad that someone else is giving me that look about 70s rock. Thank you. I'm giving you a high five from afar. So
I don't like either one of you right now.
I mean, I like some 70s music. I love Fleetwood Mac, but
and there we go. There you go. Have to ruin the
Fleetwood
show.
Mac, Black Sabbath. Yeah, but the rest of it, yacht rock, sink the ship. That's all I can say.
Okay, well, yacht rock's kind of cool sometimes, but you know, I know.
Yes, yacht rock
80s
rules.
is the best era. So William's saying 80s.
Agreed.
I'm a 90s guy, but I love the 2000s too.
I love the 90s. I think it's the best decade. I think it's the golden age of entertainment in the 90s.
See, I'll give you that. I love the 90s and that, but I mean, I'm not one of those idiots, and that's where this show kind of began. Was Dash and I are both not in that. Good rock stopped being made when we graduated high school, because I still seek out new music every week. I tell people it is my goal every week to fall in love with at least one new song that I've never heard before.
Agreed on your last, William. Agreed on your last.
Some weeks are certainly harder than others, but yeah, all right.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's what I love why we do this show, because we have found some fantastic albums that I probably never would have swung by in the record store or bought. So that's what I love about this show.
Because I am still actively in love with a lot of music that's going on today. Because and I talk to people. It's very hard to have a good conversation about music at work. Because I'll talk about this band or that band, but if I'm like, oh yeah, and I'm going to try to get tickets to No Doubt. Oh, No Doubt, I like them, and it's like, all right, we live in our high school glory years, but that's okay. I have Dash, and I'll throw new music at him, and he in general is pretty open to it. So even if you got to yell at him sometimes, he's been pretty open minded, and it's only me shitting on 70s music. So
listen,
all right,
nothing beats the Flamingo Overlords. Okay, that's probably the best album I've heard this year. Flamingo Overlords.
that is not to do with me. All right, so Psycho Sal takes place in the 80s, and Immortal Era begins in the 90s, because that's my time. And yeah, at least I got someone here with me on that one. So all right, let's get back to the history of the album. We're gonna end up an hour into the show, and we'll finally start talking about the album. So, all right, so we talked about it debuting at number 1. So now let's talk about the critical reviews. And this one is definitely not on the level of some of her album reviews. We are talking about it's sitting at a 70 on Metacritic, which is lower for a Taylor Swift album for sure. Pitchfork did not love it, but Pitchfork, man, lately every Pitchfork I reading, their Dewey Decimal Hatred is a 5.9 for this one. But like I said, I was reading theirs about the new Tame Impala. I was all excited about it, and then Pitchfork gave it. I think it was a 5.9. I think that's what also the Black Keys album got. It seems to be the ongoing theme of Pitchfork right now is 5.9. It's garbage, and that's that. Although you read the review and it doesn't seem
it wasn't
really hate it. I'm just waiting for them to shred it, but it's more just kind of they just gave it kind of the mego. They're like, it's all right.
They think there is kind of I'm right there with them on that, where it's decent like music, but some of the lyrics just again fall flat. But we'll get more to that. I think that was pretty much what theirs was.
Yeah, it's sitting at a 70 on Metacritic. They found that it was uneven. Some songs stood out while some were very unmemorable. Some thought that it lacked strong hooks. Like I said, I would give my opinion, but I won't say that yet. Some thought the lyrical content didn't hit the emotional and poetic depth. Rolling Stone gave it 4 stars because that's what they do. They give 4 stars to things. They don't. Bruce Springsteen, Bob Dylan, and Pearl Jam get 5 stars. Everybody else gets 4 stars.
4 stars.
It's like the rubber stamp of Rolling Stone, like 4 stars, print it. So they just they don't love it, they don't hate it, they 4-star it and give it its 80. So
Bobby.
Not the worst reviews, not the best reviews. So now we can actually dig into our thoughts on this album. We've talked about a little bit of the history. We've talked about what the critics have to say. We know that DM is not a fan. We certainly know that William Russell is not a fan, but that's okay. We're not here for fandoms because if you love it, you love it. If you hate it, you hate it. And Reddit has been, I was kind of reading the Reddit comments because that's a lot of her fans, and it was very mixed as well. There were some that loved parts. There were some that disliked parts. But let's talk about our history with Taylor Swift. So Dash, what's your history with Taylor Swift?
All right, before I get in trouble, yes, I love the country. I love the country version. That's where I met her. So people will come on and say, "Well, she's not country anymore." I understand that, ladies and gentlemen.
They did say that last time.
Yeah, they did say that to me.
She's a grown woman. She can play what she wants. That's exactly.
But that is where I was introduced to Taylor Swift, and then again, a lot of the stuff I was gone for really the majority of probably majority of her albums. It wasn't until the late teens and the 20s that I started hearing it again. So there's a big chunk of Taylor that I missed due to military life and things like that. So, but I really did enjoy like Tim McGraw's a great song. Teardrops on My Guitar is a great song. Those are all good. And then, as I said, getting back into it, you'll start hearing songs from that she'll play in the movies, or that movies will have her songs in there. So that's where I start getting back into it. And then, of course, being Amber's friend, you're going to hear Swift stuff every day. No, I kid, but no, it's true. But no, I mean, I don't dislike Taylor at all. I don't think of her as a bad influence or anything like that. Her new music is just not for me. I really do love the country side of her, but that's because I'm a country guy. I'm a country fan. So
yeah.
Okay. But that's my history.
All right. So Amber, what's your history? I'm sure it's a deeper history than either of ours.
So I am considered in the Swiftie world an OG Swiftie because I have been around since the very first album. I was in my early 30s. I had young kids. I was just a mom, and my daughters just enjoyed listening to her. She's this young, fresh voice. I'm with Dash. That debut country album, I think, is great. Tim McGraw. So I listened to her, but just, I wasn't I didn't buy a CD or anything. She was just nice on the radio. But then we get to her third album, which is Speak Now. And I remember thinking, oh, she can write. She's like you say, she's her narrative songwriting. This is not just, hit me baby one more time. She's got some lyrics with some depth, and I really started to listen. And then Red came out, her fourth album, and I have to say, Red is my favorite out of all 12 albums. Red is my favorite. Today is the 13th anniversary of Red being released, and Taylor loves her numbers. Her favorite number is 13. So the fact that I get to talk to the world about Taylor Swift on the 13th anniversary of my favorite album is kismet. Nice. I love it. So Red is when I really, really, really just fell in love with her. I lived in Germany when 1989, the next album was released. So the Shake It Off era, when she officially leaves country and becomes pop. I went to that concert. That's when I started labeling myself a Swiftie, and I've been locked in ever since.
Nice.
Very nice.
Great. So for me, I mean, mine is a very shallow knowledge. I know of her. I think You Belong With Me. I knew of that song when it came out, but couldn't have told you who sang it. You knew the song. It was I believe, was it 1989 that had Shake It Off?
Yes.
And that was the first time I heard that one. As I said, Shake It Off isn't my favorite. So now I forgot the song name I said was my favorite.
Blank Space.
Blank Space. Yeah. I love that one. I love the chorus. It's such a catchy chorus where, I added it, like I said, to my playlist on purpose, not because of my wife, where we used to have a shared Spotify, and sometimes I'd be listening like, what the heck? Who put this shit in my like list? But that one, that's all me. I claim all the guilt, or, innocence as it would be. And I mean, she became bigger and bigger, and I had to find myself defending her to the grumpy old men and women around me. They're like, I don't get this Taylor Swift thing. I'm like, she realized she writes her own songs. Yeah. You realize she plays 3-hour concerts. She doesn't go and give you an hour. I mean, she gives you costume changes because that's going to come with a lot of the divas. But she goes out there. She gives you 3 hours. She gives you your money's worth. If you bought them from a scalper, no one's giving you your money's worth. If you paid $10,000, you got way more expendable income than I do, and good on you. So I'll buy a fucking car with that, not a Taylor Swift ticket, but that's just me. All right, so Aussie book. We'll give it a quick plug. Definitely check that one out. Dash has his copy.
Hey, go check it out. Amazon now.
Yes, check it out. I will get my copy when I get back from we're going on a 25th wedding anniversary trip to Orlando, and that's where all of my extra income is tied up right now. So we're leaving on Friday. I'm pumped. I'm ready. So with that, I was kind of knew of her. I really will say I truly enjoyed the album where she worked with Bon Iver, and that is the Folklore album. That one was the first Taylor Swift album that I sought out on purpose and listened to in its entirety, and can say that I did actually enjoy. But she's in that album. She's in the musical universe of The National, of Bon Iver, and it immediately grabbed me when I heard the song that she did with Bon Iver, and I just thought, wow, that is a great song. I played that one. I even told my wife, like, you got to hear the song. It is really good. And watched the lyric video on YouTube, and gave her more millions of views that she already has. But yeah, that's when I started to listen to her. So I listened to the 2 folk albums. Those were the first that I played kind of in their entirety. And then Midnights from Amber. And I that one didn't hit as hard as I wanted, because I wanted, she's going to play industrial goth, like go all the way, more like Lady Gaga did, and come at me hard to get Trent Reznor and just make it darker. I was hoping for darker, and it gave me kind of, it was fine. And what I thought was, it also kind of missed, there wasn't the catchy choruses that were on the earlier ones, which when we get into our overall thoughts on this one, we'll kind of talk about the choruses. But I didn't hate it. I mean, my uncle's going to get it eventually when I see him. Speaking of that,
Uncle Swifty,
where are you at? We need him back. He hasn't been here for a while. So now that's our history. Let's talk about our overall thoughts. So we're going to let you go last, Amber, because I'm sure you have the biggest thoughts on this one. So Dash, what are your overall thoughts on this one?
Again, this goes back to, like I said, I guess some of these tunes really, or not, when I say the tunes, not the lyrics, but the tunes really hit with me with the was it the 1989 and that era of music, at least to me, because I can only equate it to the albums that I've really listened to. And I, like I said, Blank Space is a great song. Shake It Off is a great song, and so I was looking for those kind of songs for this one, because like Amber said, I think we knew she was kind of going to go back to pop on this one. Yeah. And he or she, just, it fell flat for me on some of the lyrics areas. Like I said, there are some catchy. There's
Uncle Swifty's back. Uncle Swifty. What up? All right, so go back, Dash. But yes, he's made his appearance.
Some of the tunes I absolutely dig. Like I can head bob to the music. You know what I'm saying? Like you can get you're like, yeah, that's a catchy tune, but the lyrics on this album hit me. It just was not good. Or I shouldn't say not good. I didn't feel the hooks, like you said. I didn't like where you didn't have the hooks in Midnights. I didn't have the hooks in this. And except for and we'll talk about that here in a minute. I don't want to give away the one I do like, but it's not bad. I mean, I'm not saying it's a horrible album. The music really, like I said, I like the tunes. If this is the one where Taylor, I wish you would have just given me instrumentals, and this would be a 5-star album, seriously, because I really thought some of them were really catchy tunes. The lyrics is what got me this time around. I felt, and I don't want to jump ahead, but overall it's an okay. I mean, it's meh at times, but it's not. I'm not going to sit there and go throw it against the wall and break the record if I had it. I wouldn't.
You're not Kate Bushing it.
I'm not Kate Bushing it. It doesn't get a one.
You're not Joe Walshing it.
I'm not Joe Walshing it. No, it would take a lot to get a Joe Walsh and a Kate Bush on this.
That's terrible.
Now there's a couple of songs that might get a Joe Walsh and a Kate Bush, but overall the album, it's fine. I mean, the problem I have, again, this is the same problem I had with Midnights, and it's the cussing. I liken it to, like I was telling Amber one time, I liken it to, I love the NCIS TV shows, and Tony and Ziva just came out, and it was on streaming. Tony and Ziva for 9 years never cussed a single word, never said a single cuss word. So you grow accustomed to them not cussing, and then they go to the streaming, and then you hear the F-bombs, and you hear. I'm not against cussing. Let me throw that out there. I'm not against cussing, but it's weird to hear cussing from people that you normally don't hear cussing from. Not that she probably is not a sailor when she's not recording songs. She probably cusses just like everybody else does. But when you're listening to Shake It Off, or you're listening to the old country songs, or you're listening to, I mean, I don't think the Poets one had cussing on it, if I remember right. If it did, it was
I
like
don't remember.
it was slim. But this, like, when you're looking at the lyrics on this, and the last like 8 songs are explicit, that feels off to me. And again, that's probably my problem. That's just a Dash thing. A lot of people might like the cussing, and that's fine. And I won't take anything away from anybody.
It doesn't go one way or the other for me. If she cussed on those albums, I didn't notice it, but it just, I listen to stuff that has plenty of cussing, so it doesn't alarm me. I'm more alarmed that Trent Reznor did not drop one F-bomb on the entire Tron soundtrack. Come on, Disney.
That's what we said.
You neutered my man. That's cool.
What we want, and that's kind of one of the critiques that we did have was on the Tron Ares album, is there was no, you're expecting Trent Reznor, not Disney Reznor.
Yeah, well, he got paid pretty handily, I'm sure.
He
Disney
did.
Reznor. All right, so Amber, I've seen you sharpening your knife over there. What are your overall thoughts on this one?
The first time she dropped the F word was in Midnights, and she has put it on every album since, but it's not every song. And she herself has been questioned about it, and she just says if it feels natural for the character in her song, like the story that she's telling, if it feels natural, then she'll add it.
Yeah.
Totally get it.
Yeah, in Midnights it was a little off-putting, but now I'm just used to it, and unfortunately, saying fuck is like saying shit these days. So, it used to be in the past. So it is what it is. Oh,
I got to cover my...
my husband's going to watch this tomorrow and be like, what did you say?
It's just blame me. Say like my potty mouth just drove you over the edge, and you're like, when in Rome, say fuck.
I cuss, but I'm also a lady. So there's
see, that's cool. That makes sense. All right, so what did you think about this one? Since you are Swiftie in the room.
So I've been around since the beginning. So honest review, I got up. I did not listen to it when it dropped at midnight because usually I am in bed by now. So I go to bed early and I get up early. So I actually got up at like 4:30 in the morning the next day and had coffee and put headphones on. And my first run through, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like I was telling you guys backstage, we knew that it was going to be pop because she put the playlist out with every song that she'd ever done with Max Martin and Shellback. So we knew that's where it was headed. Because from Folklore, Evermore, Midnights, and Tortured Poets, these are all moody albums. These are moody, very poetry heavy albums. And she's like, I'm telling you guys, we're going to do something a little different. And I was like, okay. Eldest Daughter made me cry a little bit the first time I heard it. But then I immediately pressed play. This is her second shortest album, so it's only 41 minutes, I think you said. So I immediately pressed play again. And the second time through, I was like, okay, I can vibe with this.
Yeah.
So I like it. I like all 12 of her albums, but I if you forced me to rank them, which I have a notes app where I rank all kinds of things, I put this in the bottom half of her discography for me. Like out of her 12 albums, right now I've got this sitting at number 7.
Okay, so bottom tier, and that's kind of what DM was saying. It's not going to be remembered like the White Album, but not everybody's album, not every Beatles album is remembered like the White Album. So you have to look at it's going to be her body of work that's remembered in the end. And there will of course be standout albums, but they'll look at the collective that she did and see more hits than misses. Now, granted, she's got plenty more years to tarnish her legacy as artists do. And so many of the bands I love just manage to go deeper and deeper into awful as they progress through their catalog. So we can hope for the Swiftie's sake that she doesn't fall into that realm, but there's always room.
So far,
she's young enough. She could be recording like Dolly Parton into her 70s, and she could put out some, full level clunkers.
I fully expect that. I fully expect her to go for like or be a Dolly Parton. She has
Yeah, I
that.
mean, why
She
the
has
heck
that.
not?
She has that longevity in that. And well, I'm not saying she will. I'm just
No, I
saying
know.
she has
I'm
the
just
built-in longevity to do
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I think
The
she'll always be a songwriter because she writes songs for other people that are on the
Yeah.
radio that we don't realize.
Mhm.
I think she'll get to her 13th album and she still has to re-release Reputation and Vault or debut. But
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know. After that, I think Travis will be retired from football and I think they'll do family things. But
Yeah, and it
that's a
could
good
be that, and
possibility.
she could come back 20 years from now. The kids are heading to college, and
yeah,
now it's, you know,
And
yeah,
I got
2.0
I
from
got
that
empty
point.
nest syndrome. I got empty nest
yeah,
syndrome. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
but the only you were talking about how artists in their late. The only one that hasn't for me, and I think it might be the Cure is the only one that hasn't let me down per
Yeah,
se
that's the best late career album I've heard in a
in a
long
long time.
time.
I
I mean,
mean,
'cause yeah, we
even
did a late career Black Keys album, and Dash and I were both just not feeling it.
and the
So,
Brian Adams, even though I liked it, there was still some letdown on
wow, that
that Brian
Fresh Beat
Adams late
Band
career.
level of songwriting. Blech.
Listen, we're going to
And
disagree
my
on that
daughter,
one.
I played it for her in the car, and she was thinking like, "Dad, you're just being too mean again." And she plays, she's like, "Oh my gosh, it really does sound like it's a Nickelodeon
All right,
pop
I'm done.
song."
I'm out of here. I'm out. I'm gone.
Hey, you know,
Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
yeah, it
there
sounds
was
like
some.
Nickelodeon, like what the kind of stuff you'd hear from a band on
Yeah,
Nickelodeon.
it was very God, I almost wanted some of them felt like Hanson songs, and then
Yeah,
there was
Like
some
manufactured boy
yeah
band.
yeah, like the kind of stuff
yeah.
you hear on that, and like
Mhm.
I just equated it to Fresh Beat Band because that was one of my kids' favorite TV shows, and I watched it so much and
There
heard
was
those terrible songs, and I just as soon as I heard that song, I imagined a Fresh Beat Band episode, and I rewrote the song to be a Fresh Beat Band episode, and yeah, that was the couch metaphor of the day, and
yeah,
then
it was.
I played it for my daughter, and she's just like ready to tell me I'm full of shit, and she's like,
Yeah,
"Oh my gosh,
there
you're
was some
so right."
songs.
And now I'm flashing back to Fresh Beat Band myself.
There were
So
some songs that could have been played on iCarly. That's
yeah,
how
it's
Nickelodeon
that level of
was.
bad. But
Yeah.
we're talking about Swift, and my overall thoughts, I was pretty mixed. It had catchy hooks. I liked the choruses better than I did on Midnights. I thought the choruses, even in songs I didn't like, I thought, damn, that is a catchy chorus. That hook works. But I also thought it's very much her Tom Cruise jumping on the couch for Travis Kelce album, and I heard it. I'm like, all right, how much you
Our
gonna
girl
tell
is
me?
getting some major love.
I love Travis Kelce.
Yeah,
I love
so
Travis
I
Kelce.
imagined
Travis
her
Kelce is taking
jumping
care of
on the
our girl.
couch, and we know why she loves Travis Kelce, as we'll
Oh.
discuss later.
Yeah.
So
That's
yes,
why I said
it's her
care
I
of
Love Travis Kelce album. She is fully embracing the jumping on Oprah's couch. So that was my thoughts. I'm like, all right, we
That's
get it. You love him.
that's the best
I
couch.
like you better when you're pissed off.
That
That
is
was
literally a
my
couch metaphor right there.
yes. So my whole thought on Midnights was my overall overarching theme was don't fuck with Taylor Swift. In this one, I don't know. That's too filthy. I'm gonna keep it in.
Well,
my
no,
mouth.
Travis is doing exactly that, and she wrote a whole album about it.
Yeah. So you said it. So now I don't have to worry about being canceled. It's Amber's words. It was my thoughts. Amber,
I knew where you were going.
Amber, we're connected. I like that. It's good. Yes.
Fantastic.
Travis can with Taylor Swift, and he gets a song about it, as we'll discuss later.
Can I just say that because now I am not the type of person that when I love Taylor Swift, but I don't follow her every move. I don't really dive too deep into her personal life. I don't want to give that much of my time and energy to someone who doesn't know me. So I don't know a lot of details, but I will say that it is so wonderful to see her in love and in a true partnership with someone who publicly loves her back, unlike her other boyfriends that didn't.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying
John Mayer loved her.
And
I'm kidding.
they get to get destroyed on her album.
That's right.
As
and
we'll talk about.
John Mayer is a saint, and I don't want you to talk bad about him.
I don't know.
I have a couple of songs for you to listen to.
I'm kidding, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't care about either.
Your Body is a Wonderland is the only song I know of by John.
I know, yeah, that's the song I know. That's the depth of my knowledge.
But he was on Impractical Jokers, and he was funny, so that's okay.
All right, so now we're going to dig into our favorite songs of the album. So, Dash, you can go first. What's one of your favorites from this one?
Well, I have one standout favorite.
All right.
While I have a couple that I like, but I have a favorite, and like I said, I did like I'm gonna say it wrong, Opalite. I did like Opalite. I thought that was a really catchy tune to me. The one that was the one where I really was like, I got the Dash Head Bob going. I can dig this one. Opalite was good. The I oldest, or what is it, eldest daughter was all right. It was all right. There were some things I didn't like about it, but there were some things I disliked about other songs that pushed eldest daughter up to a decent song. And then where's my note at? And the other one I liked, where'd you go? There you are. The Fate of Ophelia was pretty cool. That was the one that started off the album.
I thought opener, yeah.
I wish it would have been a little bit more punchier to start off the album to me. But it wasn't a bad song.
Okay.
So yeah, Opalite,
that's a good
eldest
list.
Daughter, and The Fate of Ophelia was pretty good.
Eldest Daughter, to me, I think that is the first dance wedding song for the TikTok generation. That's as soon as I heard that, I'm like, all right, some people are gonna be making that their first wedding dance for the generation that's, my 15-year-old's generation. That's
right.
their wedding dance song. But yeah, I'm not gonna go into my favorites yet. I'm gonna let I go last because you get to go next. So what were some of your favorites, Amber?
So I have 4 that I just absolutely love, and my favorite. Well, I'll start with doesn't matter. Opalite. I think Opalite's just a bop, and I think Opalite. You can tell that Swedish producers, because I think it reminds me of ABBA. I'm not saying it is ABBA, but
I get you
pop in this song. And I love it, man. Yeah. Opalite, I can't sit still when it's on. I like Life of a Showgirl. I like when Taylor tells a story. Like, we know there's things about her life in there, and you can definitely dig deeper. But I love when she just has characters and she just creates a story. And I love Sabrina Carpenter. And so I just think that's such a great little duo. And there's a fantastic line in that song that I love. But my 2 favorites are actually romantic and Canceled. Oh my God, do I love those 2. I love Sassy Taylor. Love it when Taylor gets sassy. And I think those 2 are great.
Okay. I have a differing opinion on one of those, but we'll save that for a different section. However, I like yours. For me, I think I had 4 as well. So my first one was Ophelia. I did like that. I liked her connection to Shakespeare. Get a bunch of Swifties digging out their Shakespeare books. Nice. I'm an English lit major, so I had to read plenty of Shakespeare in my day. And I like that she's kind of equating her, it's her first jumping on the couch song of the day. And it's saying that basically Ophelia had this terrible fate and she was doomed to live that fate if it weren't for the man, Travis Kelce, the Redwood himself. So,
Redwood tree.
So I did like that, and I liked the connections. And to me, it got a bop going in the beginning. I thought, all right, we got catchier choruses, and I think that's what working with those producers from her past brought in was those hooks, and that's what it had to me. I did like Father Figure. That's my Angry Taylor one. I said, okay, she went gangsta and decimated a skeevy record executive from the past. We don't know who he is, but she fucked him up, and I liked it. And
we know who it is.
I'll just say his name.
I don't know. I see that's too deep for me. Half-ass internet research did not reveal that. I do know about the other one that's for Charlie XCX. I know that one.
Charlie XCX, yeah.
So Ruin the Friendship. I liked that one because it just had that wistful nostalgia. She's reminiscing over decisions that she could have made and taking this simple narrative that can then connect to anybody, where the themes are universal, even though the story is her own simple narrative. So I enjoyed it. It was catchy. That was one that I enjoyed. And then Honey, I there were parts I didn't like about it, but what I did like was that it was another jumping on the couch for Mr. Kelce song. It's loaded with them. she's on the couch most of this album. But I like that it's showing how to recontextualize that word honey. How it's been always a negative, in the bars, from the skeevy record executives that she's gonna fuck up next album. It's honey, come here. But with Travis, the man, the myth, the Redwood,
context is always
it recontextualize it, and now it's an endearing word, not one that makes her want to cry on a drive home. So I did like that.
That'll be a wedding march song. I think people will walk down the aisle to the classical version of that one.
Girls, are you hearing me? I'm banning this album.
My daughter is a very anti-Swiftie, so she wanted me to decimate it. I'm like, I'm sure Dash will do your work for you. But I said I just kind of sit. I'm ambivalent. I like some, I dislike some. I don't find myself. The only album that really hit me was her albums that was it. I always forget the name because Folklore. That's the only album where I can say like I enjoy that album in full. Where the other ones, there's some hits, there's some misses, and I mean that's true by any band's 12th album. You're gonna have hits and misses. It's impossible to release a perfect 12th album unless you're The Cure. And gosh, if you haven't heard that new Cure album, it is simply spectacular. It is everything you could want from a Cure album. And now he's old enough that when he's talking about death, we're not laughing at him like, shut up, you're 20. Now it's like, okay, wait, he's in his 60s.
Yeah, you can talk about
it. Hits a lot different now when he's talking about death as he's actually experienced it. But yeah, we gushed about that. That was our number one album of last year for both of us. So
good.
Yes, go seek it out if you haven't already. All right, so now we're gonna hit in our favorite lyrics. So Dash, what are some lyrics that stood out to you?
The only ones I mean, Opalite again. God, there's some. That was the only one that really where the lyrics stood out to me. Let me get my notes here. You were dancing through the lightning strike, sleepless in an onyx night, but now the sky is. It's not like it's magical writing. I just like the way that it bounced. I like the way that it bounced into the song. And then never made no one like you before. Never made no one like you before. You had to make your own sunshine, but now this guy. I don't know why I like. I mean, Opalite is now probably my favorite color. I don't know, or whatever Opalite is.
It's Travis Kelce's birthstone.
It's a man-made opal.
Yeah,
okay.
Opal
is my birthstone as Octo.
You and Travis got something in common. She's singing about you, Dash.
All right, so
you're one of the Opalites as well.
Thank you for singing about me, Taylor.
I don't know my birthstone. Someone can tell me, maybe. I don't know.
Those were those lyrics where you're just like, yeah, I'm cool, I'm bouncing, I'm hip. And then
you got the head bop from Dash. It didn't slow my pace down for me, so there's my win.
And that's real. I mean, I liked. This is where I know I'm going to get people mad at me and canceled or whatever the case may be. But the rest of it, I love the tune. Like Father Figure was a great melody. But she goes into a little bit of cussing and things for me in that song. And I'm just like, I can't. It ruins the song because I want, if I even if you're going to do a song like that, don't have or have again, if there is an album that has the non-explicit lyrics,
there is.
There is. I saw it on.
Okay, so that will probably change my opinion on Father Figure as far as the lyrics go.
How would you change that?
She says checks. She says
okay. Got it.
So it just throws it off for me, and it could have been a great song. Again, it could have been a great song to me, and this is Dash's opinion. Again, you guys in the comment section when you're watching on the replay, you can give me your 5-page dissertation of why I'm wrong.
You're allowed to not like something.
It's okay.
But Father Figure would have been great lyrics if that would have not been in there.
But it's based on the song from George Michael, which was kind of skeevy and weird as well.
It was, but he didn't cuss.
From that. Well,
no, she had to do that. It was interpolated or whatever it's called because she literally said, "I will be your father figure." So she had to give credit to George.
He had to give credit, yeah.
So again, Father Figure, yes, George Michael's was a little skeevy, but
it's just the line. So I do want to say something cool. Taylor gets a lot of ideas from books and movies and TV shows. And she, on an interview, said she was watching the TV show Succession that I have not seen. But there's an episode or something where the dad is telling like all his kids, like, you guys are not serious people. Like, I'm going to have to take care of this family because you guys are not doing it or something.
Okay.
And so that gave her the idea for father figure. And then plus what she's been through with record executives, she kind of took both of those ideas and made the song. So it doesn't have anything to do with George Michael, but because she actually used that line, she had to credit that song.
To not get sued by the estate. So
she actually asked permission. And
then I had...
She let them hear the song first, and they gave her permission.
Okay, that's cool.
Then I had...
See, that's why we need you here.
From my last favorite one is from... I do like this. I know it's about Travis. Listen, I'm never going to be a Travis Kelce fan because I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, so it's just not going to happen.
Wrong football team. He's a great guy. I'm sure he's a great guy in person, but until football's over with, I don't like Travis Kelce. But I did like this line: swore my loyalty to me, myself, and I, right before you lit up my sky. I thought that was really cool because you can definitely tell that is a real life lyric to her. Like you. I mean, I know that's her. I know that. Yeah, that's definitely jumping on the couch. But I thought it was a really cool little line. And it's not like a huge part of the song. It's just right there in that little. I think it's right there in the middle of the song where she's, or like second verse, I think is where it's at. If I'm not, I didn't put my exact mark down, but I think that's just a real cool little lyric that just jumped out at me. I was like, oh, okay, all right.
That humanized her a little bit.
Me.
She is human.
She's still not allowed to say fuck in his house.
Yeah, she's not. Okay, it's okay, guys. It's okay.
Okay, yeah, but see, they made a censored version.
They did.
Remember, Dash, she's a grown woman and she can say what she wants to rehash our first visit to Taylor Swift. Oh no, that's what the commenter said to him.
Yes.
I'm just refreshing him.
My husband does not like the cussing either, which is weird because he's a retired sailor. And he just doesn't really cuss a whole lot. But so when I
got it all out at sea.
So when I made him listen to this album, we had to listen to the clean version.
Oh, that's funny.
But I kept singing the real way. I'm like, really? He says
Eric, I don't blame Eric. Eric, I got your 6. I got your 6, Eric.
Yeah, it's check. She goes, my check's bigger, and the real version says because my dick's bigger. So I would like sing to him the real version. No, she says, and then like in Wood, where she says, his love opened my thighs. It says, his love opens my skies. But it was funny because Eric was like, let's listen to the clean version. But then I was singing the real raunchy.
You were giving it the real deal. That's good.
Like,
the real deal.
You have to say dick.
Yeah, it's like when I watched Pulp Fiction on television, and
it's not a side of Amber I've ever seen.
It wasn't okay. It's like, no, you know what? That was not meant to say. Instead of motherfucker, they kept saying mutual funder.
Yeah, mutual funder.
I was just laughing so hard. They're like, all right, mutual funder. It's like, yeah, see, it's not supposed to be check. So I'm with
just
Amber.
say mother trucker if you're not gonna.
Yeah, not mutual funder. No one ever insults someone by calling them
I will now. I will now.
That's
I will
your new
absolutely
go-to
call
insult.
someone. Yes.
Like, dang it, students, quit acting like mutual funders. So that's my third grade insult that I won't get fired for saying.
Oh my God. Dash, please don't fire me from our book show because now that you know that I can be a little bit raunchier than what you thought.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Dash. I brought her onto my show.
That's a side I've never seen. I'm
for
embarrassed.
15 years, and it took me 15 minutes, and I got a fuck out of her. So there we go.
That's all right.
All right. So Amber, what are some of your favorite lyrics on this one?
Okay, I have a list, and I'll try to just whip through them. I really quick, and I wanted to tell you about the fate of Ophelia because you guys both had mentioned that. When you really break down the lyrics, she has the cool "I pledge allegiance to my, me, myself, and I," and then she's like, "I pledge allegiance to your hands, your team, your vibe." But then, and also she talks about like her memory being locked, and you possess the key. So it's very two different types of like vernacular, I guess maybe is the word, the old and the new, and she did that on purpose. She like really like played with like how they speak today and then how maybe they would speak a long time ago. So
Okay.
when you start to break down Taylor Swift songs, you start to really see all these cool ways that she plays with things.
Nice.
So in Fate of Ophelia, I love, but love was a cold bed full of scorpions. The venom stole her sanity. That's just great imagery right there. Elizabeth Taylor, just this line, be my NY when Hollywood hates me. The way she sings that, I just love that line, the way it just rolls off. And father figure, I pay the check before it kisses the mahogany grain. That line is just expensive, right? Because mahogany is super expensive and he's grabbing that check. I just love that so much. And then I am going to actually say the whole flipping chorus to Canceled. I like them cloaked in Gucci and in scandal, like my whiskey sour and poison thorny flowers. Welcome to my underworld where it gets quite dark. At least you know exactly who your friends are. They're the ones with matching scars. Man, I love the way she writes. I just love it so much.
I liked that part too. We had a couple overlapping lyrics because I liked the Ophelia ones as well. I had the rest of it where
I'm sorry.
So and if you'd never come for me, I might have lingered in purgatory. So he kind of broke her out of that bed of scorpions and venom. So yeah, we definitely both had that one. And then let's see, did you have any other lyrics that grabbed you on this one before I go into mine?
She froze.
Okay, well, I will go into mine then. So I had in Opalite, I like that I had a bad habit of missing lovers past. My brother used to call it eating out the trash. I thought that was funny. I gave me a chuckle.
That was a chuckle.
I liked that line. It was and her brother might have really said it. So that's, we can kind of say that. And then I liked in Ruin the Friendship. It was not an invitation, but I flew home anyway with so much left to say. It was not convenient, no, but I whispered at the grave, should have kissed you anyway. So that song kind of grabbed me anyway. So I liked that.
True.
Is it? Okay.
Okay. I think he killed himself.
Oh, I thought, okay, so I was under the impression that this song was about a certain thing going on in the news right now about a movie. Okay.
Ruin the Friendship? No, that's about a guy. She's written about him before in some of her older albums. Yeah, he died. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
I
really thought it was about.
I
really thought it was about
her friend.
Yeah,
Canceled is about her.
And
how they're still friends. I'm pretty sure.
Which friend is that? I don't know.
Blake Lively.
Blake Lively.
Blake Lively. I know.
Blake Lively and Brittany Mahomes.
Because I know that what is that? The A Little Romantic or whatever that one's called.
Actually Romantic.
Actually Romantic. That one's about Charlie XCX.
Yeah, I don't.
And her boyfriend, who I forget his name, but the boyfriend, and they're kind of bashing them together. So we'll talk.
I'm not that deep into the.
I just know. And Charlie XCX, I misheard her lyric because I was playing the Spotify DJ, and it's like, here's some stuff you might vibe to, and it played the Charlie XCX song, and for the life of me, I thought it was saying "potty on you," not "party on you." I'm like, that's fucking filthy. What is this song about? Until I went and read the lyrics, and it's like, oh wow. But I played it for my daughter, and we fully Beavis and Butthead the whole video to making Beavis and Butthead thinking it was "potty on you," and it was a lot of fun because she's ripping things off, or like, damn it, she's out of toilet paper when she potties on you. So yeah, it was.
Oh my gosh,
it was a good time. So that's as much as I know about Charlie XCX, and she writes a lot about cocaine. I'm like, woman, it's not the 1980s. Knock off the cocaine, dude.
So that was a great lyric. I heard you call me boring Barbie when the coke's got you brave.
Yeah, so
I agree
Charlie
with that
XCX writes a lot of cocaine songs and about pottying on people, which is
so it's about Charlie XCX.
So yeah, it's about Charlie XCX. That one I got because I listened to the NPR coverage of it, and that was Ann Powers was talking about that and all of what was going on with it. So now we will dig into the skip this one category. So Dash. Oh,
Move
he's
me
ready.
over.
He's been sharpening his knife.
Move me over.
This round. Oh, Dash, Balcony Muppet coming. Let's go. All right, so Dash, which ones would you skip?
Where am I?
Why did you move over?
Because I'm in the
this
grumpy.
Is the Balcony Muppet spot. That's the angry
I'm in the
spot.
grumpy Muppets. I'm in the grumpy Muppet.
Yeah, and I'm not. I have a couple things, but I think Dash.
We're gonna start again. Father figure. Just drop the. I don't like that song. That word doesn't need to be in there. So it's out until I hear the clean one. Now a lot of these, and I want to preface this. If I do listen to the clean version, it will change probably the outlook I have on. The same way I would with Midnight's. Like I'll go back and listen to Midnight's clean version, and a lot of them might resonate more with me. Again, I'm not a prude. It's just I like certain artists one way, and other artists I have no problem with them cussing. But Father Figure is getting skipped until I listen to the clean version. But other than that, really what I'm skipping is I'm getting rid of Wish List. I can't stand that song. It's just does nothing for me. It's a lot of these songs that I'm skipping remind me of the Taylor that I kind of, the part that I don't like about her is where everything is everybody's a hater if you don't like her, everybody is a downer if you don't like her, and everything like that. That's the way I look at it. Here's where I'm going to get the 5-page dissertations.
Yeah, that's not what that's about at all.
That's the way I listen. Interpretation.
I understand, but that song, if you listen to the lyrics, is about she hopes everybody gets everything they want, but what she wants is to get married and have kids that play basketball.
The basketball.
Right. Is that the one where she goes, "I wish people would just leave us alone"? And what's the one where
it says we tell people to leave us the fuck alone, and they do.
And so
that's her wish, because the paparazzi aren't going to do that.
Well, don't put yourself out there.
Oh my God!
Yeah, don't put yourself out there. This is Dash's opinion. I knew I was going to get in trouble for this one. Well, I don't know.
Bringing the knife back.
I don't like Wish List. Wood. This belongs in the back. Wood belongs in the back of a B-rated porn movie. You already hear hear it from
Dash. Just pause for 1 second.
That Wood. That was cool.
Wood.
Okay.
Wood belongs in a porn movie because you already get the you got Wood. Get canceled out of there. I don't like that song. And the Life of a Showgirl is getting skipped because there's some I feel like she could have wrote it a lot better. Like pretty and witty kitty or whatever it was. That's just that doesn't feel like good rhyming to me. Like good lyrics. Like the song, the story behind it is cool. Okay, the story behind the Life of Showgirl is cool. I like her and Sabrina Carpenter were fine together with the collaboration and the singing. I thought that was really good. The lyrics a little bit on Life of a Showgirl is what throws me off and why I'm skipping it right now. But again, it may change. Again, I'm saying a lot of these will change once I go and listen to the clean version, probably, because some of the cussing really just, and I don't want to hear about Travis Kelce's private parts. I just don't. And I don't like the thighs part. I don't like that. It's not a Dash thing. And if you like, and I'm going to preface this, give my disclaimer. If you like it, great. I'm glad that you do like it. I'm just one little tiny person in a wide world that has an opinion. And that's it. That's the ones I'm skipping.
All right, man. I watched the reactions. That was beautiful. So, all right.
I knew I'd get some reaction, but
yeah, when I found the Beavis and Butthead, I was like, that's the best thing I've ever seen.
That was great.
Gotta have a little Beavis and Butthead, because of course they had to have said that on their episodes, and I found when they did. But yeah, I will go. I don't know. I think I will pause because Amber is sharpening a knife.
Amber's seething in there.
So Amber, were there any skip songs on this one for you?
let me just, I forgot a lyric. You said, I just want to go back.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Absolutely.
From Life of a Showgirl, it just reminded me, do you want to take a skate on the ice inside my veins? I just loved that line. The skips, Dash's skips, I don't have any problems with. Wish list, the only thing I have a problem with is I don't think you really listened to what the song was about. So that's all I'm going to say. I think because you just didn't know what it was about. That's okay.
Well, I think
maybe
again,
when you listen to the clean version, it'll be clearer in your brain what Wish list is actually
again, I think, and that's the one that had the leave us the F alone, right?
Yeah.
Is that
that's
the
what
one
she wants? That's her
well, no,
wish.
I totally get that. I think that probably the minute I heard that, it was like, okay,
you're out.
I'm out. I'm done because, and maybe again, it's an interpretation, and maybe I'm interpreted it wrong to like, well, don't put yourself out there if you don't want to be be bothered.
That's so silly. But anyway, and if you
that's why we're brother and sister.
If you think wood is porn, honey, oh my God, I did not know that about you. Okay.
Yeah. And it was funny because we were talking about something in the past, Dash and I, and I'm like, oh, Juan S. He got pretty dirty. I'm like, that's like 2 Live Crew dirty. That was porn.
Yeah.
2 Live Crew.
That's why I didn't like. That's why I didn't like a lot of Juan S. Listen.
Yeah, that dude's
fun fact.
In English, that dude is dirty.
Fun true fact about Dash, and we'll leave it. I'll get back to Amber after this. Never have I watched a porn movie, and never have I ever looked at porn magazines. And that's a fun fact about.
Well, that's why you don't know then. Well, that's good fun fact. Okay.
Yeah, we can live with it. All right,
so you can edit that out.
Any skips for you, Amber?
I am skipping Ruin the Friendship. I'm not a big fan of ruining friendships, and because I don't know, I just don't really like that song.
Wow, we disagree. I thought that was a decent enough. Wow, we disagree. Woo. Imagine that. We disagreed.
After all of the griping at you, I'm skipping Wish List because I'm. And then sometimes I skip Honey. It just depends on my mood. Honey is just I kind of had to be in the mood for it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I didn't understand. Well, I probably did understand it, but it didn't upset me. I guess, like you said, it's Honey. Yeah, it's. I mean, I understood it, but it wasn't enough. I mean, because it does have cussing in there as well, but that one didn't. That one was. It felt like that one felt organic, if that makes sense. Because I understood the honey. What we were talking about the content.
Yeah.
So that felt organic, and that was okay.
Yeah.
Before I get canceled again.
It just sounded natural. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had 2 skips and different reasons than Dash. I don't care if she cusses. She could write a song called "Hey, We Want Some Kelsey," and I wouldn't be offended. So
I'm not offended. Yeah. I just didn't like it.
No, I just don't care. She could sing about it. But I thought that would, in my opinion, musically, it was weak. It sounded like D-level Stevie Wonder, full of dick metaphors. And that's kind of where I lived with that one. It's like it could have been better. If you want to do it, like I said, she could sing. She could go like, I'm going to borrow from 2 Live Crew, and I'm going to just sing this, and I would be here for it. But that one, I just thought, execution-wise, it didn't work. And it's funny because my wife was kind of in and out on this album. Sometimes she'll sit and listen to it with me, sometimes not. And this one, she's like, oh, it's not really what you mean. Then she heard the next line. She's like, never mind.
It's exactly what you
I'm glad our children aren't in the room right now. Yes. So yeah, it was one of those ones where like I said, I didn't care. I just thought the arrangement kind of left me like, all right, it's the poor woman's version of Stevie Wonder and blah. You know, we get it. Travis Kelce is a man, as they say, and that's fine.
Yes.
I mean, I could go on for days about things that I just wish I was like had someone singing a song like that. But hey, you know what? My wife's not a songwriter, so who knows? But yeah, that was one of my skips, and my second one was actually romantic because I thought that she did a great job of decimating an asshole in the previous song that she did it on, which was Father Figure. But this one felt like middle school level insults that 2 14-year-olds would throw at each other. And it didn't feel strong enough. It felt a tad cringy because it's middle school level diss track. Yeah. So it's like, I think she could do better. She has more teeth than that, and I wanted her to go in with knives out and behead people, and I felt like this was more like tickling them and not beheading them.
It felt immature at times a little bit with the insults. And I'm like,
and I guess
not immature and like, I can't believe she did that. Immature in like the age range of who would say these, like you said, like middle school.
Charlie XCX wrote a diss track about her, and it's kind of like the slap fight began with Charlie XCX. Taylor Swift slapped back, but I wanted her to punch, and this felt more like a slap than a punch.
So, I'm all about it.
Like, Taylor Swift, whoop that bitch's ass. Let's go. But instead, Taylor's like, hee, tickle fight. No, it was not strong enough. I wanted more.
I'm all about diss tracks. Trust me, I'm all about diss tracks. You can go, if somebody gets you, you got the right to go get them back.
Yeah.
But it felt like middle school. It felt like two middle school.
That's what I said. Yeah, middle school fight is a tickle fight, is a pillow fight. No punches were thrown.
She says in the tracks on Spotify before this song that it's about realizing someone has had a one-sided adversarial relationship with you, and they start doing too much, and you just kind of twist the narrative and be like, okay, you're just flirting with me. And then that way you don't let it bother you. She said in the New Heights podcast that Travis has taught her a lot of that like to just not let what people say online get to her. Like it just leave it alone or whatever. I have no idea who Charlie XCX was until this song came out and people were talking about it.
Yeah, I agree. I don't.
I didn't even know anything about the beef. But I think I love Sassy Taylor, and so I actually did a reel to this song today on my Instagram.
How funny!
I saw it.
I just love it so much. But yeah, I can see but I don't understand the beef behind it. So I'm just like,
I know now Charlie XCX is married to Taylor's ex.
Matt Healy, and Matt Healy fan.
So
yeah, I don't know.
Well, you got to think a lot.
I have Google in front of me. I'll
majority of these, a majority of these are always probably one-sided, anyways. Like I'm sure she probably didn't think two things about it, and then the other person again that I don't know who this Charlie person is.
George Daniel is the person. So George Daniel is the ex.
George Daniel is friends with Matt Healy, and I think they're in the same band, and she dated Matt.
Yes.
Taylor dated Matt Healy.
Got it.
I wanted to show on the inside of this, you see Taylor with the spaghetti, and then there's the glass. So apparently Charlie XCX had a video, and that, not a music video, but just like a regular Instagram video or whatever, and all of her friends are at a restaurant eating spaghetti, and there's a glass knocked over. So apparently
so there's her little thing.
That's her little diss.
I don't understand it. This is where I'm like, I'm too old for this.
Yeah. It feels very middle school, and Sympathy is a Knife is the song that Charlie XCX wrote about Taylor Swift. Now, I have not heard that song. I've heard one Charlie XCX song, and it did not inspire me to seek out anything else in her catalog. So I didn't go. I just kind of read a little bit of the lyrics of Charlie XCX, and yes, that woman loves her cocaine, or at least she used to. And she loves the cocaine like, the guys from Wolf of Wall Street love cocaine. And it's enough, because I Dash has his thing about overly sexual songs. I don't like drug songs. I don't like alcohol songs, because I'm a straight edge guy, and I'm like, I want to hear Ian MacKaye yelling that you fucking drinkers suck. That's more my tone of alcohol and drug songs, is why they suck. So if it's a song, an album about cocaine, it's a 99% chance that I'm not going to venture that direction.
Yeah,
because that's not my flavor.
I don't like drug songs there.
Yeah, so I'm not in for that.
Unless it's sung by Blurry Alan Rickman, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Blurry Alan Rickman, he can.
Blurry Alan Rickman's fine.
He's a true legend, and we always love him sitting at the bar with that 38 Special boys.
There is Amber, to catch you up real quick. There is a 38 Special album that we listened to, and there is a picture on the back of the album. One of the guys looks like Alan Rickman, but it's kind of blurry, so we call him Blurry Alan
Rickman. And if it's a blues jam, we're like, all right, this song deserves to be hanging out with Blurry Alan Rickman.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like if you're fake, if you're fake blues, like the last Bryan Adams blues, like
Hey,
you
watch
don't
it,
get
watch
to
it.
go with you don't get to go with Blurry Alan Rickman. You're going to the Beverly Hills Club with all the fake plastic Barbie blues, and that's not real.
Oh
So
my
yeah, you want to
gosh.
be Alabama Shakes to hang out with Blurry Alan Rickman. It
Yes.
takes
Okay.
the right band.
Yes.
So yes.
Yes.
Now we can say, what are we doing with this one? We keeping it or returning it to the used bin or donating it to Uncle Swifty, I guess, in this case, since Uncle Swifty will take all your Taylor Swift albums.
Does he listen to them?
I
Yeah,
don't
apparently.
know. I still haven't actually given it to him. And that was,
Oh.
yeah, I got ripped up after seeing him on Easter without a Taylor Swift album in hand. But
Oh.
in my defense, I didn't actually think he really wanted it. So we'll see.
I will say this for me. I will probably return. Well, I didn't buy it, but I would return the explicit. But I would probably keep the clean version because of the Opalite, and there's a lot of albums that I do like. Opalite is now on my Spotify.
Yeah, it got added.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a few songs. I got a few songs on the Spotify playlist by Taylor Swift.
I think you can only stream the clean version though.
Yeah, she's probably not. Maybe that reminds me of when I was a kid and you try to go and buy the NWA album and you bought it from Kmart and it was the censored version.
Yeah.
And you get home and you're like, wow, they let me buy
See,
that?
I can listen.
That's so awesome. I look older than I am, and
I can listen
cool.
to those type of albums because that's what they do. It's not. It's
yeah,
just,
and oh man, you get home and you drop the needle and they're just bleeping everything. You're just like, damn it, Kmart, damn you.
So
Your life special fucked me over.
Dash, I appreciate that, it's just different for you, but I also think people grow and they change and you can't just
well, no, I don't hold that against her. I'm not saying that is a negative to her and this album for her and other fans. It is for me. You grow all you want. I'm glad she did. I have no problem with that. What I'm saying is, for me, I appreciate probably because I did see her. I did see her as a young girl when she did the country. And again, I missed, ladies and gentlemen out there listening, before you write your 5-page dissertation, I missed a whole, and it's not because, and I probably could have gone back and listened to it, but she's not in my wheelhouse. I'm more like Ed and I talk about. I'm a 70s. I'm an 80s guy. I'm gonna go listen to my 70s and 80s a lot more. I appreciate the album. I'm gonna keep. If I had the clean one, I would probably say I'm keeping it. But for this, the explicit one, I'm getting rid of.
No,
I think Father Figure's gonna sound the same. They're just
right, but it won't have the dick word in it.
Her check will be bigger.
Her check
will be bigger.
He's here for the mutual funders.
Yeah.
I probably should have listened to the clean version.
Because, see, that's what you got to do. But then we'll be talking about lyrics. You're like, what? She said that? Kind of like Amber's husband.
I totally. But again, that's not a dig at her. No, I know. I'm not. I'm just talking to. Now I'm talking to the audience. The audience that's going to come in and give me the
trying
5.
to save his ass. But
I'm trying not to get canceled by.
We're not going to make it this far in the show to hear your apology. They're typing their dissertation as we speak.
Do you know a lot of Swifties, or is it like strangers going to watch this?
It's probably strangers who yelled at him last time.
I
don't know a lot of Swifties. We'll see if any of them pop
Well,
out
let
of the
me know
woodworks.
if I get yelled at. I need to come back and defend myself.
That's okay.
You don't need to defend yourself. You stand your ground.
If any comments come, I will send them your way. But yeah, in the end, we've only really got the worst thing was during the live stream, and he got yelled at, him and DM, because saying that they liked her country era better, but they were like, she's a grown woman, she's allowed to evolve, and they were really unhappy with him. But saying you like an era better isn't belittling the rest of the eras. It's just simply saying I like this better. Like I like Smashing Pumpkins albums from the 90s better than their recent material. I'm allowed to say that. It's not right or wrong.
It's a legitimate I guess critique on an album, but when you're reviewing an album, it's very frustrating. This is what I kept getting at the last time, is when you're reviewing Midnight, and it's frustrating when you kept saying, well, it doesn't sound like this
because
I don't care about the album from the past. I need you to review these 12.
But that's all I had to go off of. You understand?
I just felt like that's all you had to say. And
but that's all I had to go off of.
Yes, and Amber let you know.
I just wanted you to listen to Midnights for Midnights, not compare it to her old stuff. I didn't think you were being fair to the album, and that's why I was getting irritated. Because I think DM and I think Ed even said a couple of things that were just specific to Midnights, and I'm like, okay, they didn't like it, but there you go. And you just kept circling back around to it's not Shake It Off. And that drives me crazy with everything. If anybody's reviewing a book or a movie, I want to know about this specific media, not the other things.
Midnights was not a good album.
There you go.
I'm kidding.
So,
but Midnights I gave it a 3-star. I gave it a 3-star.
But he's like Rolling Stone. It's a 3-star stamp. He's got that for any album. He doesn't He doesn't want to be full back.
No, I have some 1 stars.
Yeah,
we've had some 1
stars. We finally had some make it into our repertoire that would just that's a 1 star. I don't ever want to see it, let alone hear it again.
So before you guys go, 3-star on a 3-star on the explicit album.
Okay.
I'm sure the cleaner version will be a 4-star.
We will see. All right.
Uncle Redwood likes this album. Oh my God, I'm done, Uncle Swifty.
Uncle Redwood for the win. All right. So yeah, all right. So Amber, I think it's easier for you, but what are you gonna do? Keep this one, return it to the used bin?
Oh, I'm keeping it along with the other albums that I own.
All 11 other ones. All right, cool. And I'll keep this one. It's not my favorite, but that's again. When we talk about an album, I try not to circle into their older catalog if I can. That's Dash did. But in his defense, we did talk about songs he liked, songs he didn't like. We got there. But by the time we got there, you were already ready to strangle him. So
yeah, you were ready.
It was too little, too late. Sorry, sir. But
this went really well.
Yeah, I would say I'll keep this one as well. I don't think I'm gonna actively. I did stream it. I didn't go buy it because Uncle Swifty, even though he wants another album in his Taylor Swift catalog, I didn't know where I was gonna fall with it. And I know there's only one Taylor Swift album that I'll go buy Evermore. If Target's got that thing on the Horizon display, the future Chinese democracy display, then I'm here for it. I will buy that thing tomorrow because that album fucking rules.
In my defense, I could have sacrificed it up to Lori. I could have sacrificed it up to Lori.
Yes,
because she's getting ready. She's getting
the one who demolishes things.
She demolishes things. She's gonna get Kate Bush and Joe Walsh.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, and it's funny because I bought the Joe Walsh album on eBay, and the guy wrote this nice little note like, "So great to know another Joe Walsh fan's gonna enjoy this album now." I'm like, if you only knew, sir. You only knew.
Ed is not an Eagles fan.
He wrote such a nice note about it's great to get this album into the hands of another Joe Walsh fan. Like, I'm just going to let you live in the world to think that another Joe Walsh fan's going to enjoy this. Not that I'm going to give it to Lori to destroy.
As she pulls out her bat.
It would break the poor man's heart, and I'm not here for that.
As she pulls out the bat with a saw blade attached to it and destroys it.
So whatever happened with the Joe Walsh, because I about had a heart attack when DM Ray put y'all's video in that Facebook group.
Yeah.
I said, oh my gosh, I didn't know if he was going to be here tonight. And I'm like, if he does that, I will have a heart attack.
He didn't. He put it in the group and no one really came at us because I think even the Joe Walsh fans aren't giant on that album.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I mean, but the ripping, I thought my absolute hatred of the Eagles was going to lead me to being destroyed. But I guess they figured
they watched it, but they
didn't. What's him and his 207 followers matter? So yeah, I got left alone by the Eagles fans because I never have nice words to say about the Eagles. I mean, I think I've given there's one song of theirs that I don't absolutely hate, but it's because I think it's actually about a hotel like The Shining, and it's a haunted evil song, and I love it. So
Ed and I have decided he and I are going to have a movie show, and we're also now after his lambasting of the Eagles again. We're going to have we're going to have a show where we're going to have he's going to have to prove to me why he hates it, and vice versa why I like it. But you need to check out the Batman when we're getting ready. I don't know when we're doing it, but he and I are going to do a whole thing on Batman.
It'll be
Okay.
good. But
Eric,
then,
and if I can get Eric and I are going to do all the Superman ones.
I know his
schedule.
he
I
can
got it.
get
there's
into
a lot of rough Superman and Batman movies for that
Oh, yeah.
matter. We're gonna have to wade through some shit to get to the good stuff.
Michael Keaton is too easy. That's the
Well,
good stuff.
Michael Keaton's the good stuff. I like Christian Bale as well. And then
Ooh, see,
there's
that's
Val
where we
Kilmer.
differ.
And
That's
then
where we
there's
differ.
George Clooney. And
George Clooney's
yeah,
bad.
yeah. The universal one that we all agree on.
I'm probably in the minority in the Batfleck. When it comes,
Batfleck. Oh, I forgot about Batfleck. I forgot
he is a very good Bruce Wayne.
Slow motion Snyderverse version. So yeah, that
I don't like I'm not saying that's. I'll agree with you on the Snyder stuff, but he is such a good Bruce Wayne. It's a very good comparison between him and Keaton when it comes to the Bruce Wayne.
I think they could have done him better if he got his own movie instead of that. Let's watch people walk for 45 minutes. Robert Pattinson one.
Yeah.
Could people walk any fucking slower? Gosh, that movie. They could have trimmed 20 minutes if they just made him move faster through everything.
Oh yeah, I don't like Pattinson's Batman.
But all right. We'll save our opinions. Right now, we have gone off to a Batman tangent. In 2 weeks, let's talk about, because next week I will be on an airplane. Actually, not in Florida. That's the bad part of the vacation, sitting in an airplane, so I can go into work tired as hell on Thursday morning. But I will be on an airplane, and in 2 weeks, we'll be covering Counting Crows, recovering the satellites. I know one Counting Crows album, so that's my knowledge. I know the Mr. Jones one. I know they're dog shit live performers, but that's not what we're talking about.
You're gonna give me another coffee.
Oh no, I'm not saying I know I like their albums.
Yeah.
Their live performances are
Oh yeah, they're bad. They're bad.
Horrible. He is not a great performer, and I wish I had my money back from the 2 times, because I saw him once and thought maybe I just caught him on an off night, and then the second time they managed to be worse. And yeah,
some bands.
That doesn't mean I dislike the albums.
No. I get you.
Saw them way back before they were famous at that that Texas rock festival, rock and roll festival that was in the 90s at Texas Motor Speedway, and they were okay.
They're not good. They're
I think
really
they range from okay to piss poor. That's kind of their wheelhouse.
Mr. Jones album.
I saw them 3 times. I say I saw them. I worked their concerts 3 times while I was in Nebraska, and I will say a lot of people did get up and leave during their live.
Oh wow!
So
yeah, it's bad, but that doesn't mean I dislike their albums.
Their albums are fantastic.
They have some great songs. You could go through my Spotify list, and I think I have 5 or 6 liked Counting Crow songs. So I'm not here to say anything. I'm going to evaluate the album because I'm not having to see them perform live. They're so bad that I could have seen them for free 10 miles from my house, and I still chose not to. So
oh wow.
So that's how much I detest their live. But their albums, that's a different story. And this one I don't know. So I'm not putting a coffee bet on this one. And like I said, your coffee's coming soon. Your package is getting mailed tomorrow with new Immortal Era. And
yes, I'm looking for. Just don't break my heart.
Oh no heartbreaking. This issue, this one's setting up issue 12, which is gonna it's gonna blow up my world. I don't know.
No,
I cannot comment pro or like one way or the other. All I can say is April yells at me frequently about some of the decisions that are going to happen in my book.
Yeah,
and when it's all said and done, I'll hand it to your book show, and you guys can do
absolutely
story
in
absolutely.
Full.
Yeah. If you want to do the trade, you can do that, but just know that it's 1/4 of a larger story.
We'll wait till the it's
or at least volume 2. I guess you can do volume 1 and 2 because volume 2 will come out in January.
Okay.
So I would.
We should do that and then have him on the show too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'd be happy to come on.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be a great show.
All right. So, as I was saying earlier, we have no show this Saturday. I will be in Florida, maybe I'll do a little live stream saying like, here we are, because we're going to horror nights. It should be a lot of fun.
Ooh.
I love horror nights. I want to see the Five Nights at Freddy Maze. I want to see the
Universal
Clown Terrifier. So we're doing Universal Orlando, all 3 parks. So we'll be there over the weekend, and then will be no show on Wednesday because I'll be stuck on airplanes. I even thought maybe I scheduled because we could be conceivably home in time, but that's trusting flights to get you where you need to go.
Don't do that
on an actual schedule. So next week,
and with
show.
the government shutdown, TSA is a nightmare right now.
So it's not, it's not going to be pleasant. We're going to be at that airport stupidly early to make sure we get home at all, let alone in time. So no show next week, but we will be back in 2 weeks talking about Counting Crows. We'll be back November 1st talking floaters and a few other great guests that are going to be coming on. So until then, enjoy the rest of your week. And
I got one more thing. Check out Amber and I and Dana this Sunday. We're going to be talking the true story of Hansel and Gretel for our book show. So
awesome.
Check us out on that one.
Check it out. Check out their Sunday show. It's
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. We needed a Swiftie in the room to keep us on point.
Anytime you review a pop princess album, I will come on and review it with you.
Perfect. And we have that. I wish we would have had you for Lady Gaga because I was kind of on my own defending the Lady Gaga album.
I wasn't too hard on Lady Gaga.
You weren't too hard, but you were certainly not. You were not loving it.
I kept the album.
Yeah, and if Lady Gaga says "fuck," Dash is not taken aback. She's allowed.
Love Lady Gaga.
So, all right, we will see you in a few weeks.
Bye.
Thank you.